up? Turn it up, turn it up. What up, what up? Sarah, my girl, where are you?
Here
Oh,
I am. I'm turning this volume down. Sec. There's an echo.
happy Wednesday, guys.
Happy Wednesday.
So, first and foremost, I'm in a spunky mood. Welcome. Thanks for joining. If you're watching this or watching the replay, this is just kind of fun. Your last 5 emojis in your phone, just paste them. It's so fun to see like what people were conversing about via emojis. So if you're watching the replay or if you can do it now, your last 5 emojis I want to see. Just like drop them, and it's kind of funny just to see what we're doing. But you guys, welcome in. So if you're new to me and Sarah, please share where you're tuning in from. We love to hear and see the global family that's waking up. There are people from Australia and London that chime in, which is so fun. Yes, I see some emojis coming in. And we're going to kind of just hone in with you guys for like a quick 15 minutes and talk about this topic with you, which I freaking love. And it's called Stop Waiting for Permission and Just Do It Already. And why this is kind of important to me, I was talking to Sarah this morning, and like I have this big vision of like, I love people's stories, right? You guys know me. I love hearing your stories. I love understanding. I studied psychology, like the psychology of stuff, the psychology of our minds, right? I'm loving all these emojis coming through. Thanks, guys. And I had this question for Sarah, and I was thinking about this. So often, especially if you resonate with us and you're a soulpreneur, an entrepreneur, a dreamer, a visionary, you know you are built for more than the 9 to 5, more than that mediocre life. You feel something alive in your soul, right? You feel something. If you have that vision, you know it's in there, right? And so many times we have that feeling to switch into, starting your own business or switching whatever. And I was asking Sarah, like, what is that gap between like the time and the reasoning from when we have that calling, you guys, when we wake up and we feel it, and actually taking action and doing it? And it's really as simple as like just decide, and you either do it or you don't. And why is it that so many people, it comes to them, they know it, and it's still that massive gap from when they actually just step up and take action? And so many times we've talked about this before, you have to start before you're ready, right? You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and literally just like you just start, you just freaking start. And so that's what we're going to talk about just quickly today, because I can just feel it, y'all. Like that was like so southern, y'all.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all, like we're in Kentucky. I love Kentucky, actually. Shout out Kentucky. I'm in a
I
weird
can't
mood today.
say I can't say I love Kentucky. I can't say.
I love racing. No.
Oh, I've never been to Kentucky, so that's why I'm saying I can't say. Like it, I've never been.
Oh, this is a tangent. Any Kentuckians, you wouldn't think, sorry, this is being kind of weird. You wouldn't think it's as beautiful rolling hills and just equestrian as it was, but it's beautiful homes, just like rolling kind of agriculture
Oh,
and tons of ranches or farms for horses. It's really cool. Anyway, side
oh,
note,
nice.
this is a topic, girl. Let's dive in for a hot second, because I can, like I was saying, there's so many people I feel, you guys, I can feel, especially with this new awakening, with this world, people just expanding our knowledge, and just stepping up into their lights. There are so many dreams on our hearts. I can feel it. There are so many dreams that people have, so many visions, so many desires. And in fact, I'm going to say this, even if you feel like you're dreamed out, or even if you feel that you are not a dreamer, or even if you feel that you don't have something to create or manifest, it's false. That's actually self-sabotage, because we are creators. We are meant to get up and expand and create and manifest. And that's why I just love talking about this. Like, what are you waiting for? Stop waiting for permission. Stop letting fear take over, and just get up and do it. Close that gap from when you know something needs to switch, or you have something you want to express, and just start. Like, just start.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So yeah, this is, our clients already have a knowing. So they already know. Like you've known that there was something that you wanted to do that was bigger than yourself since you were little. So if this is resonating with you or you're resonating with us, you've known for a long time that things were going to be a little different for you, that you were going to take the path that was like less traveled, that there were big things that you wanted to do in life, and that you had a, you might not have been able to put your finger on it for a long time, but every single person I talk to, all of our clients, like every one thing is in common, that constantly comes up is there's this knowing from a very, very young age, from your time you're very little, there's this inner knowing. But knowing is not enough, actually. And I know this sounds like a paradox from a lot of our other messages, because at some point in the game, you have to be able to act on that knowing. You just have to do it, you guys. You just have to take the next step and take the next action. So when Vanessa asked me, well, what was the thing that was keeping you, the one thing that really kept you when you were like, before you transitioned from real estate into your spiritual career? And there wasn't one thing that I did. There was a series of actions that I did that literally caused a quantum leap and a complete shifting, because there was one thing after another that I did. One tiny divinely guided spiritual breadcrumb action that was delivered to me that I took action on over and over and over again until you look back and be like, oh, what happened to what happened to that? Like it just poof, it just transformed. It was a quantum leap. But the thing that preceded that energetically was recognizing what we work with in Sacred Leader Academy, the 4 fear-based archetypes. This is the child archetype, and it can be different. It could be a different archetype popping up for you. But for me specifically, maybe if you're resonating with this, it was the knowing would come in and out. Like, it was always like subtly there in the background. Like, it was always there. It was always within my awareness. However, it was completely clouded with needing permission or waiting or feeling like I don't know, or feeling like, like what the next step was going to be. There was this clouded confusion energy that constantly kept me waiting for something outside of myself to give me the green light to fucking go, you guys, to just do it, to take the action.
Sorry, just real quickly, did you hear that? Something outside of ourselves, waiting for something other than you outside of yourself. That was key. That was key. Thanks, my girl.
So key, you guys. And it's a clicking into making a decision. Listen, you're here watching us because there's something that you want to do. There's something on your heart that is being called to be created through you. You either decide now that it's time to show up for that and just take the next step, or not. And everything is going to be a byproduct of you taking that said action, whatever that means to you. Getting out of that fear-based energy, getting out of the holding pattern. I can describe it as like a holding pattern. Feeling like I was stuck in a holding pattern for, circling in this holding pattern, but never being able to break free from it. And it wasn't until you recognize that that's what's happening. And this is what happened, guys. If I was trying to explain, in these there's 4 fear-based archetypes that pop up. The child is one, and there's a light and dark aspect to both of them, but this is just my experience that I'm explaining now. The other, I have the other archetypes have reared their head as well during this process, but the one that really has also kept a lot of our clients in this holding pattern is this waiting for permission. Like, you're just being held back, but you yourself are the one that is doing it. You yourself is the one. You're the one that's not trusting your own intuitive guidance. You're the one that's not trusting to take the next action. You're the one that's like, oh, I need to hire this mentor because I'm being called to, but yet then you wait. You're the one that's like, okay, I want to go do this, but then you don't do it. You know what I mean? It's this pattern in your life that you have to look at, and it's going to be a reflection in your business as well. So it's just do it. We could talk about the knowing all day long. You can die with the knowing in your heart that you are meant to do big things in this life, and you can take that to your grave in this lifetime if you so choose to do that. You are that free. You can choose to keep yourself stuck for the rest of your life, not doing the thing that is on your heart. Or you can do what Vanessa said, which is stop waiting till you're ready, because that's just an illusion, and just take the next step and just do it. Okay.
And I know, I love that. Just literally just effing do it. Like Nike, just do it. But here's why.
Just do it.
This is what, and like, let's drop into this for a second. Can we understand why this is so important, you guys? Because here it is. I hope I can get this out right. So many times we are always putting things like right out ahead of us, never embodying it or claiming it as us. And I have chills. It's the difference, right? When you just step up and you do that thing and you take that inspired action, it's so subconsciously powerful for you guys, because you can now change your statement, and You no longer are thinking of that desired state, you're thinking from it. You're no longer wishing you took the step to be an entrepreneur or start a business. You now are coming from because you did it. And that's the key to manifesting, right? Like Neville, like we love Neville Goddard. You coming from that end. So you're no longer thinking of that state of being, I want to be someone that just goes for it. I want to be someone that starts this business. I want to be someone that does this. I am. You're coming from it. And like Sarah, I have chills right now. This is so effing fun. And what's so fun is I love Sarah's so right. You know, a lot of times, and it's easy as us humans, like, what's the one thing or the 3 tips? Life's an effing journey, you guys. Quantum leaping, there's multiple steps and it's all happening at once, right? So it's kind of like this illusion, like true story. But it then makes you look back and it was like a million little steps that you just kept going. You just kept answering. And I've noticed too, and I know Sarah has said, like, it's so slight. But when you hear that, get your new habit to be that you step forward and you do it. You just do it. I'm someone that just does it. I go for it. You release the how, you release the fear of failure because there is no failure. But you literally, maybe that's your new tagline. I just fucking do it. I just fucking do it. You know?
Yeah, the
Wow.
hesitation, the waiting for permission, the stagnation, the procrastination, the sabotaging tendencies, the sabotaging excuses and justifications. All of these are rearing their head right before you're at a tipping point. Okay, you guys, as you get closer to your tipping point, all of this shit's going to come up for you. It's so you have to step through, you have to hold your feet to the fire, so to speak, and step through that and recognize with awareness, shining the light of awareness on it so that you can get through and take that next step that you're being guided to take. Because as you take these steps that are taking you into the unknown, taking you into uncharted territories, taking you into unfamiliar things, all of these things are going to play out. And here's the other thing I want to say about a true leader and a true visionary. If you're listening to us, you're not just starting a business, you guys. These rules, what you're doing is a whole nother layer because you're going up against old paradigms. You're going up against old dogmas. You're going up against old ways of being. Normal business owners don't have to transcend old paradigms in order and false beliefs and really step into their next level, but because you want to go sell shoes, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's different. What you're doing is different. And it's because you are here to share a message that brings authenticity and divine truth to the world. And that requires that this journey is also going to be linked with you going through the throes of transformation and ascension on this path and peeling away the layers of untruths and breaking away from what your community has said in the past, or what your religion has said in the past, or what your church has said in the past, or what your neighbors have said in the past, or what your family has said in the past, or what all the other dogmas and conditions and shoulds and all the things that you've been hearing your whole life, your belief system, all of that shit has to go. You're not here to create and sell just like a product to somebody. That's not, if you're listening and resonating with that, we help spiritual visionaries, leaders, and teachers of truth and authenticity and tapping into who you truly are as a divine being. And that means everything that is in popping up into your awareness that is not in alignment with that, your dark nights of the soul, your ego deaths, and all of those things, they're going to come and smack you right in the face as you start this process for you to look at, because you're not going to be able to build your spiritual soul, your spiritual business that you came here, that has been here with you since you were little, that you've always known you were here to create. You're not going to be able to create that on untruths. And you know, on a soul, your soul already knows. Your soul's not afraid of this journey. Your soul's not. Your soul has no. Your true essence of who you are has zero opinion. Your true essence of you is completely neutral on this. You're the one that's creating the belief systems and the fears around it. You're the one that's creating the allowing the things to pop into your awareness that derail your efforts. The essence of who you are is already there, ready to shine through you. It's already on board, and it will rise to the surface as these things peel away. But you know, on an intuitive level, that things are going to have to fall away when you step into this path, which is a lot of times why people are, before they match up with us, they do have these huge breakthroughs right after they start to work the process. And they also have, you know, even dreams and synchronicities popping up even leading up to it and stuff like that, because they're being
Mhm.
prepped and primed and ready to be activated on a core
Mhm.
level that is something so much higher. I'm using the word higher in quotations because our language is limited, but activating something so much more true in their experience than they have ever allowed before.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Powerful.
So
Powerful, girl.
there's going to be shit coming up. There's going to be sabotaging tendencies. There's going to be resistance. There's going to be fear. There's going to be doubt. There's going to be hesitation, procrastination, perfectionism, comparison, like all of the things that are keeping you from being in alignment with your true self, which is not judging yourself, or
Mhm.
maybe it is. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong or right to it. It's like coming into just true
Yeah.
alignment with that piece of you. So there's two things happening here if you're resonating with us. And this is not only, it's not a business, it is a business, but it's not a business. It's so much more than that. But there's also an energetic activation or realization or coming home to who you
Mhm.
truly are, and a
Mhm.
releasing and letting go and letting a crumbling away of everything that's not in alignment with you fall away
Yeah.
as you step onto this path. And I'm telling you, this is a much bigger, this is truly the reason Vanessa and I are here, you guys. We're just packaging it up in the form of a spiritual business, but we're here to activate the fuck out of you so you can fully rise up in your true authentic self and share what's on your heart without doubt, judgments, or fears or procrastination. This is why we're here. If you want to build a business, cool, because we have all that for you too. But this is why we're here. This is what we're here for.
My whole heart right now. You guys, we see all your beautiful comments. Oh my gosh. Sarah, that is so, 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 so good. I literally actually, to be completely real, I can literally feel, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't even freaking care. I can feel every person now that's on. I can feel every person on the replay. Like energy is so real. Energy is so expansive. I can feel everything.
Mm,
And even in this moment, I literally feel so much lack and delay just crumbling away from the people that have been praying for it to, for the people that
mm,
have been desiring it to. I can literally feel that now. If you decide, I can feel that just done, crumbled away now, which is
mm.
so freaking cool. I literally could have like tears right now because it's just,
I did too.
it's so
It's so
freeing.
good.
It's so good. It's so freeing. It's so powerful. It's so, there really are no words, right? So I guess just thank you, people that are with us now, people that watch this replay, and anything that energetically happens. I thank that, I bless that, and I expand that to the highest form for you to remember your power. That
Mm.
lights me the F up, helping you. That's why I love, like, we are activators, and that's a cool thing. People are like, what's an activator? There's, if you get it, you get it. Just it's helping you remember your power because
Mm.
it's all within you, right? And yes, I love this. We have, of course, an
It's
amazing
so
program
good.
that is organized and there's structure, but there, it goes so beyond the 3D
Mm.
structure. It takes you on a journey and helps you build a business in such a more unique, personal, intimate, expansive, creative, flowing, fun, prosperous way. So,
Love that. And if this is, you know, you guys, if you're listening to this on the podcast, it's probably going to be too late for this event coming up. But we do have an event tomorrow live. It's a live Zoom call for anybody that wants to DM us. If you want to, if you're listening to this, DM us and we can get you the link. If you're watching this anywhere else, there's probably a link there for you, except for on the podcast. You're not going to be able to jump on this one, but there may be another one. So make sure you get on our newsletter and click through and follow our blog and things like that so you can be notified of the next one. But tomorrow we're going to be hosting at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, mapping your soul aligned, your 10K soul aligned business blueprint from a place of alignment, full authenticity, and fullest expression, allowing the divine that wants to create through you come through. And so if you're looking to be activated and you want to learn, this is a totally free event. It's 100% complimentary. Show up, bring your journal, take notes. It's going to be amazing.
mhm.
And we're also offering some really cool things for people that show up live with us, and no, there will not be a recording. So you actually have to commit and show up. And whoever does is going to get massive, epic fucking value from this call, all I can
Oh
say.
yeah.
So yeah. So let us know if you want the link for that. And we will be popping in tomorrow for that live via Zoom. It's not going to be a live stream. So if you're if you're listening to this inside the Facebook group, it is not going to be in the Facebook group. It is going to be a more intimate experience on off social media inside a private Zoom container. So I think that's it.
So that's so good. Go have a crushingly amazing day, you epic kings and queens. We see you. We love you so, so much. You are powerful AF, and we cannot wait to be with you tomorrow. We cannot wait to be with you tomorrow and beyond. Okay, love you, girl. So good.
Bye, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Namaste.